Greetings and a hearty welcome, everyone. I hope you're all faring well. I'm Dr. Jean Marie, and I am delighted for you to tune in to our conversations on love. This episode is titled Finding Yourself. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can, and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path, quoted by Buddha. I love this quote by Abraham Maslow. One can choose to go back toward safety or forward toward growth. Growth must be chosen again and again. Fear must be overcome again and again. Can I really be lost? What detoured me from my path? How can I get back on track? Finding yourself is an ongoing journey of self discovery that can ultimately lead to self mastery. It takes a great deal of self trust, self confidence, and courage to follow your own path. The voices of others influence how we think, what to believe, and how to behave. And some of those voices, established very early in life, may be positive and negative. The negative ones derail us and are often remembered most. Unfortunately, the struggle to conform based on fear of being ridiculed, rejected, and alienated inevitably takes priority over our heartfelt desires. Abandoning ourselves, we become frustrated with self imposed limitations. And furthermore, on the human plane, we lose connection with our true self. As we endeavor on our life's journey, alone time is necessary to get to know ourselves. And the adventure of self discovery can be challenging. However, it is an opportunity to experience a deeper spiritual connection as we forge ahead. And self mastery keeps us from being steered off course by becoming more confident, disciplined, courageous, and resilient. We can find ourselves by living from our heart, fulfilling your passion and potential, practicing silence and stillness, learning from relationships, and attuning to nature. I shall highlight each. First, live from the heart. If you can change direction, you may end up where you are heading, quoted by Buddha. What does it feel like when you follow your heart? What do you long for to enrich your life? We often get sidetracked by the noise from external voices and self defeating thoughts. Our inner visions, deep aspirations, and inspirational dreams guide us to our heart. Whether it's a transformational journey, insightful spiritual teachings, ancient wisdom, or an illuminating realization, a new direction can be forged to add depth to our lives. Acknowledge your inner voice and follow your heart. Heart resonance, aligned with the divine, expands our consciousness and intuition. Next, fulfill your passion and potential. Buddha quotes, your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it. So, how can you get the most out of life? Our creativity and core values inspire us to fulfill our passion and potential. What you love naturally captures your attention. Imagining, daydreaming, and brainstorming ideas ignite creativity and motivate us to find avenues for support to satisfy our heart's desires. And core values provide stability, freedom, and enthusiasm, and are central in guiding our thoughts and actions to unlock our potential. Moreover, it is essential to reflect on your values, why they're important, how to incorporate them in your daily life, and basic values of respect, integrity, honor, and selfless service help us operate with clarity and pure intention. And ultimately, when we are in alignment with our values, we are in harmony with ourselves. And recognizing innate strengths can help us focus our attention on we, how we express our unique gifts and talents instead of following the crowd. We can choose our own path of higher intention. And by doing what you love and what makes you feel alive, you will find a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. Next, practicing silence and stillness. Buddha quotes, delight in meditation and solitude. Compose yourself. Be happy. You are a seeker. The quiet power of silence and stillness is our source of strength. And by focusing inward through awareness of our body, mind, and soul connection, we become more empowered. Allowing solitude and quiet time to empty our minds of mental and emotional clutter is essential for self-care. And whether it's focused attention on breath, frequent mental breaks during the day, or extended downtime, the presence of peace and tranquility rejuvenates our overall being and enhances the quality of interaction with others. So create space for yourself by practicing silence and stillness. You will know what feels right and gives you true satisfaction. Next, learn from relationships. Buddha quotes, love is the greatest gift of one's innermost soul to another, so both can be whole. We can find ourselves within the context of relationships that are our most powerful teachers, even though relationship dynamics can be complex and complicated. Habitual ways of responding with Recurring negative patterns are based on conditioned beliefs and expectations. Reflective questioning can provide insight. For example, the following questions for self inquiry can bring you to a place of present moment awareness. Am I responding from a place of love or fear? Why am I responding this way? When did this familiar feeling originate? Why am I avoiding sharing how I really feel? And questions of this nature can shed light on those underlying beliefs and unresolved issues that need to be healed within. And in order to avoid unnecessary conflicts, it's important to respect the views and perspectives of others, even though you may not agree. And it's important to realize that people want to be seen and heard, and relationships serve their purpose during various stages and phases of our lives and may naturally come to an end. So, embrace the higher ideals of love, release expectations, and engage in meaningful and honest communication. Every moment is an opportunity to make different choices, to be more of who you truly are. And as we improve our relationship with ourselves, we can experience and attract healthy and wholesome relationships. Next, attune to nature. Buddha quotes, look deep into nature, and then you'll understand everything better. Nature invites us to be present and observe the timeless beauty of our surroundings. Moving beyond self absorbed thoughts, time spent in nature heightens sensory and present moment awareness. The symbolism of nature reveals patience and appreciation for its simplicity. The wisdom of rebirth and renewal is apparent as we witness the cycles of nature. Harmony, unity, and resilience are prominent things that we can embody in our daily lives to become the highest expression of ourselves. So acclimate yourself to the treasures of nature and look for the connection and relevance on your life's journey. And as you discover nature, you will discover yourself and transcend to a higher level of being. In conclusion, Buddha quotes, be a lamp for yourselves. Be your own refuge. Seek for no others. All things must pass. Strive on diligently. Finding yourself is an ongoing endeavor and continuous process of self-discovery. Know the truth of who you really are and cultivate a loving relationship with yourself. Engage in self-reflection to attain clarity as you set your intentions. Live your potential, be passionate, and love your life. Follow your heart to make conscious and wise choices. Refresh and ground yourself by connecting to and living in agreement with nature. Move beyond complacency and comfort to find yourself and the way for a good life. Our love in action practice is to reflect and journal on perhaps the roads less traveled and what you discovered about yourself along the way. Also, reflect on your experiences staying in the comfort zone and walking the same path. What beliefs keep you from expanding and moving forward? Think of something you would like to do and take small steps to make this a reality. Feel free to email your insights and experiences, Gene72Barish@yahoo.com. I close with my excerpts on self discipline and labyrinth of life. Self discipline. Be the master of your life. Strip off weights that hold you down. Master your thoughts and be selective about where you focus your attention. Access inner strength and build confidence. And commit to healthy choices. Retreat not and stay the course. Reward yourself for being magnificent. Labyrinth of life. We are seasoned travelers of the labyrinth, losing our way and finding our way, traveling on the beaten road and the road less traveled. Eventually, finding our way home to the place of spiritual rest and fulfillment. Be guided by your inner compass. Be courageous and step beyond your comfort zone. Fuel your life with wonder, curiosity, and adventure. Be the hero of your journey. This is Dr. Jean Marie. And remember, an empowered self is a loving self. And keep your love light shining. It's all about love. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in.